Okay, good day to you and hope all is well. Just want to make a quick video or how-to for you as far as contacting your legislator or congressman or woman. Um, Whenever we're trying to do legislative work, we always do so with the intention of providing a roadmap for a better tomorrow for our industry. So, some steps to success real quick. I wanted to kind of just do a quick thought process and review of how we would go about this, walking through a process real briefly, some things to think about before talking with your congressman or congresswoman. Um, Number one, no whining. Congressmen and congresswomen don't want to hear us basically whining. They want it to be professional. They want to hear the issues, and they want to hear solutions whenever possible. Um, and the more often that we can do it from the eyes of the consumer and what it does to the consumer, the better or the more help we can get at a quicker pace. They are very interested in small business, don't get me wrong, but obviously the consumer takes priority. So with that being said, a little bit of preliminary work to prepare for that day that you may or may not be able to meet with your congressman. Policy fix, review some past bills on the issue, what's in them and so forth and so on. Be a little bit aware of what they are and what's in them. The second is what are other state approaches, if there are any, then provide examples, of course. So you want to do a little bit of homework. What are the federal approaches, if any? And again, provide examples. States normally don't like to get into issues if there's already a federal piece of legislative work in place, because it's very difficult for them, unless you're making it a law a little more strict. It's very difficult process for the state to do anything about it. At that point, we would go to elevate it to our state senators. So if it's an issue that's already a federal law, it's going to wind up being state or federal, I should say, approach instead of state. Okay, are there any other resources, for helping to combat something? What is the opposition? In other words, think from the other person's mindset when you're trying to do something. Why would somebody oppose whatever you're proposing or in support of? And then have your counterpoints or rebuttal ready for that same thing. Outline other positions. So, for example, what's the Small Business Administration say, or the Chamber of Commerce, or other associations? In other words, do you have a brotherhood of sharing the same concerns and ideas as you do, or is there opposition there? And of course, recommendation is to always check with the Chamber of Commerce, both locally and state, whenever possible on an issue, because that kind of tells you where the legislator may be leaning at that particular point in time. Okay, so finding your state representative or senator, and of course the federal is very similar, but I'm going to concentrate on Michigan for today. So click on www.michigan.gov, like it says there. Today is November 15th of 2013. So this is how the website looks as of today, because they sometimes do updates. There are other ways to go to it quickly, but rather than have you bouncing around, because this may not be something you do frequently, I'd rather keep it simplistic and easy for you to find. So we'll just go Michigan Government. And again, it's www.michigan.gov. So I'll click on Michigan Government here. And it's going to show the three branches of government, which is the executive branch, the judicial branch, of course, legislative. We're interested in legislative because it's our congressman or woman. So as you see, it shows here Michigan Legislature, and there's a lot of information on these sites. You can go ahead and feel free to do what you want to do, but for the sake of what our mission is today, if you're trying to find your senator, you can click on Find Your Senator right there under Senate, and the window's going to populate, and then you can sort currently by their name if you already know it, by your address, or by the 2003 districts. They haven't updated this yet, but I'm going to do by address and give you an example. So here comes the form. So we'll fill it in as requested. 120 North Washington Square, Lansing, that's our office, 48933, and I'm submitting the inquiry. And there's our contact information for our senator here in Lansing. So her phone number's here. The address of her is right here as far as being in Capitol Building. Her district number is 23. Her email address is right here. And we're going to go right to her website. So again, you see website here. You click on the website, because within her website it kind of gives you some information, because the more you know the individual, the better you'll be prepared, because you want to see how their thought process is, and sometimes by looking at other pieces of legislation you can get an understanding of how they think and be prepared a little bit better. So anyway, it also tells you on her site what townships or cities or whatnot that she represents, their biography, some photos, news, and sometimes you can get publications from the your district, so that you can keep aware of what's going on in your district. I'm going to click on the contact here, and you'll see that a form comes up, that you can basically fill out and submit right here. And as you see, there's a little checkbox there, and it says sign up here today for the latest news. So if you do want to hear about things going on in your district beyond what you're trying to resolve, click on that, and then when you submit it with your email address, they'll be able to put you on a mailing list, and you'll be receiving things from her, or your congressman. Here's the mailing address if you want to formally send a letter. Always note that you want to use the word senator with their name. You may want to start it off, the Honorable Gretchen Whitmer when you're speaking, or Senator Whitmer. More formal is better, which means the Honorable Gretchen Whitmer in this particular example. Sometimes, too, you'll see areas where it may say what they're doing, that they're meeting in their district or something of that nature. I'm going to click on this because I don't know, but we'll send it. This is just a map showing where her district is. As you can see, it's clear, it's highlighted there. So that's about. But sometimes a representative or a senator will have. I go to the coffee shop, the Big B, Starbucks, ABC coffee shop every first and third Tuesday of the month from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. in my district, something like that. And so they're telling you that it's an informal setting and you're welcome to stop by. Usually that's not where you conduct a lot of business, but you may introduce yourself there and say, I'm Ray Fisher from ASA Michigan, and I repair cars for a living and in my community here in your district, and I have a few concerns I'd like to get some time to discuss with you, and then have a very brief overview that you can provide and say, but I'd like to go into more details with you. Can I set up a meeting at your office? Or sometimes it's just introducing yourself and saying, I have some concerns that I would like to have my association speak to you about. Do you mind having them contact your office or something of that nature? So I mean, you're opening the door for conversation and dialogue, basically. So I'm going to exit out of that. That's for the Senate. Okay, find your representative. It's very similar. Now, I'll go here, and it says find a representative. If you know your district number, you can put it in there, and as you can see, there's 110. If you want to know the district map, you can spend all day clicking on them, trying to figure out where you're at, or you can type your address in, like so. And here is our representative for our office, where our office is located. Now, I say that, and I'm probably a prime example here. My place of business, which is Lansing, Michigan, is a different location and a different representative and a different senator than my house. I live in Grand Rapids. So I have the opportunity as a business owner, well, as my place of business, I represent the association in Lansing. So, but in the case of, let's say I was an automotive repair facility, my repair facility is in Lansing, Michigan, but my house where I live is definitely going to be a different district. So I have the opportunity to talk to not just one senator and one representative, but rather two senators and two representatives. So they can hear it both in my home district and my place of business. So, and again, I'm just going to show you real quick the contact information in this particular case. You can always call the office and set something up, but a lot of the House members, especially Democrats, I believe, like to have just the email form, or you can contact the legislative office itself. Now I want to show you something else. The other opportunity would be to go to see all of the representatives. If you wanted to do that, you can always do that. And I'm going to pick on one. Because each website does vary. You'll see that. So I'm going to pick on Representative Walsh. Now, he's got a different format to his website, and the Republicans and Democrats usually have different formats. Again, you can seek the publications. You can read some of the past publications, and you can contact him. Much of the similar. And again, here's a checkbox where you can check it, and then they'll be put on our mailing list to get newsletters from them. Here's his phone number over here. Normally they have an aide that would answer. You say, I'd like to set up a date to meet with them, and give, again, a brief overview of what the issue may be. So there you have it for those two quick items. I'm going to continue. So what's next? Well, usually I would recommend adding your email address if we don't have it here at ASA Michigan already, by sending a notice to info@asamichigan.com and let us know that you just want to be added to our email list. Make sure to unblock us from your spam folders. The other thing is you can sign up for legislative alerts at www.takingthehill.com or .org, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment when we pull up the website. Watch for emails and updates, and respond to requests when we're trying to find some things out. Also, attend our meetings. Find out, when we're having them. Find out what they are and seek to receive updates. Check your emails regularly, and check our events on the asamichigan.com so you don't miss a meeting if we're having something on a topic or a specific issue. Meet with your legislators locally, as we talked about, and be involved. We need your help. This is always going to be an industry issue when we take something on your behalf, and we need to have the support behind us too from the industry. So if there is something that needs to be fixing, we need to have your support. Now, I mentioned takingthehill.org. Here's just a quick snapshot of what it looks like as we speak. Click on the www.takingthehill.org or .com, as we saw, and this screen comes up, and there's various pieces of information, but I'm just here to show you real quick how to get legislative alerts. You click on this right here on the right side, and a window pops up asking for some information, and go ahead and fill this all out. Go ahead and click submit, and you go, and then you're all signed up. So that's our website. One of the quotes I like from John is from John F. Kay on when it comes to issues like this. There are risks and costs to a program of action, but they are far less than the long-range risks and costs of comfortable inaction. I think that's very applicable when we're doing legislative work. We have to take action, otherwise it will never get done. I want to thank you for today. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, 517-484-2950, or email us at info@asamichigan.com. This concludes our webinar on how to contact your legislator. Thank you. Have a great day.